Yeah, I mean, the Jay Sean official grabbed him, and he reacted. He shouldn't have reacted, but the official grabbed him with 2 hands. But
did he just lie? A lot to unpack, obviously, this week. Want to open with this. This is going to be like an iconic, I guess, moment or like little tidbit in the rivalry. Let me turn it up a little bit.
They won, guys. Back up. They won. We don't have any patience here. Oh, I got my guys under control. Let's go.
So it's like, all right, like whatever, handshake, yeah. Now, obviously, like we know the last year situation and like last year, like kind of the ugly scene that resulted in some pepper spray and like this, that, and the third. And Ohio State obviously remembers that. And Michigan obviously like figured that if they got their doors kicked in, like at home, like Ohio State was going to have something to say. Ryan Day, it always felt like Ryan Day definitely doesn't want any of that, wants to kind of win with humility, like he said right after in the post game. But one thing that doesn't get talked about, I know that a lot of Ohio State people feel like Michigan players last year were looking for trouble, and I know that was kind of one of the things that's kind of known around the Big Ten is that like Michigan players will look for trouble, and then kind of play some victim stuff a little bit later on. Well, if you listen to like maybe it's just people that dislike Michigan, who knows?
We look forward to seeing you back.
Now, this is the tricky thing, and I've seen a lot of people kind of take issue with this. He's about to say, Sherrone, like, we're not going to plant the flag, but you got to get your guys off the field, essentially. And for Ohio State, it feels like the message to them for postgame was go celebrate with our fans in the end zone, and then we'll celebrate in the locker room.
The big house on Saturday, September 5th, 2026.
I'm just saying, if we don't want a problem, you got to get them out of here.
Versus Western.
And here's where it's also a little bit tricky because, like if you're Ohio State, do you want to leave the field first and then, like, they'll come in the locker room and after you guys? Or would you rather, like, Michigan head up the tunnel first and then you go afterwards? It's kind of like the trickier thing. Ohio State's done it both ways, and Michigan, like, took issue, like, was weird about it both ways. But, like, the fact there's only one tunnel also adds, like, an extra element, a layer to this. Like, Ohio State is going to celebrate with their fans. So it's like, Michigan, you just lost. Go up the tunnel and go, like, pack it up.
Michigan. I got you. Michigan.
Yeah. I got you. There is a little attitude there. I'm here for it, though. I mean, that's what the rivalry's supposed to be. This look right here. That glare. Oh, he hates Ryan. Oh, my God, he hates Ryan. That's that look, bro. That's that look. I hate you. And the Anakin Skywalker voice. Oh, I hate you. And also, like, didn't call him coach one time. Hey, Sherrone, get your guys off the field. Right? Like, Sherrone, get your guys off the field. That's one tunnel. Have your guys go up the tunnel. We don't trust you guys are going to, get your guys off the field.
6 versus Western Michigan. I got you.
Sherrone, to the locker room. Obviously, they didn't end up going. They stayed out there. They wanted to defend things. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to start with Sherrone Moore. How's Sherrone Moore taking the loss to Ohio State?
start off with this. Obviously, very disappointed in the result. Credit to them and how they played and how they executed.
I'm about to let Sherrone cook, don't worry. But before we continue, make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. And also leave a comment too. We appreciate you guys on the road to 5K.
We did not to our standard. Started off fast. Thought we started off with good rhythm offensively. Defensively, held them to a big goal line stand. Held them to field goals, but we didn't execute in the red zone, which ended up being the story of the game. And then the second half, not being able to, get a rhythm. Offensively, they did a good job, and credit to them. There's no excuse for it. We gotta be much better, and they outplayed us today. So got a lot to work on.
Right there, Jimmy. Sherrone, just to start off, what do you think was the difference in this game?
Yeah, they just played better. They executed better. We didn't play good enough.
We're tougher, right? Are we doing it right? Ohio State's tougher. That's why they won this game.
We didn't execute enough, and they did when it mattered, and they played a better game.
And then clearly some emotion behind this one for you. How are you feeling? What are you feeling right now?
Yeah, not good, right? I mean, it stings. Everybody stings. You sting for the seniors. You sting for the.
I wish that he didn't have his hat on. We can't really see the eyes, right? You got to think. I mean, the thing that makes this rivalry is like there's like a level of like heightened emotion. Like I've got no problem with guys crying after the games. Obviously, we saw Sherrone cry after the win, but like the shadows covering the eyes, you can't really see it.
Program, when you're in this 24/7, when you're in this for 365, this hurts, and you work tirelessly to make this, be successful. So, not just about me. It's really about the kids.
The skinny block M is so ugly compared to the big block M. Also, he shot the arrow last year. I just want to see the eyes. They look a little glossy, but I can't really tell.
And all the hard work in. So, I'll put it on me. I always put stuff on me and self-reflect, self-look at, and see what we need to fix and see what we need to do. But it's got to be better.
Good camera work. Good camera work, guys. Good job.
Sherrone, though, lack of quarterback pressures, I'm saying, did they do something schematically on their pass pro to help that cause, or break that down if you could for me?
No, just we didn't get enough rush. There's things we could have did we didn't do.
No, we're just not tough enough. We're just not physical enough.
Really, well enough twist game wise and things, and they just picked up the pressures and they did a good job.
Steve, in the middle.
Sherrone, Bryson, and Andrew Marsh had been pretty spectacular for you coming down the stretch, and today it wasn't the game that you wanted or they wanted. Talk about how.
Yeah, the only thing Andrew Marsh caught was a shoulder from Coach Key pregame. 0 catches on the day. One of the things that I said was like, this game was going to come down to like what true freshmen were better, and the Ohio State true freshmen were way better, probably the best across any team on Saturday.
they were able to thwart your passing game.
Yeah, I mean, I think coverage wise they did some things to reroute the receivers, and we just didn't get a rhythm. Right, we didn't protect well enough. We didn't get the guys open enough. All those things, but again, it's a team effort. There's no blame. There's no pointing fingers, right? It's a whole team effort. We got to work to get better at all those things for both those guys, for all those players. So again, we'll continue to go back to what we need to get better at.
Back left, Aaron.
Sherrone, when Jim would go through these losses to Ohio State, it almost seemed like there was something to be gained or something to learn from this. What can you take away from this type of loss, this magnitude of a loss?
I mean, you got we'll look at the film and see exactly what it is, but you don't want this feeling again. So 364 days a year. Working, figure out ways to win this game, along with all the other games we're going to play. But we got another game we got to play after this, so we got to regroup and try to get 10 wins. That'll be a huge success for this team to get 10 wins with such a young team. Starting.
I remember Michigan fans talking about like, oh, look, you can't call last year's a success because you didn't win the Natty. Sherrone Moore said it would be a huge success for the team to win 10 games. Just saying, it's the energy flow both ways because I think that. Obviously, like, you want to win this game, and I think that, like, it's fair to say, if the rivalry meant everything to you, it's like you can't use the word success.
6 freshmen, redshirt freshman, true freshman quarterback, redshirt freshman running back, 3 redshirt freshman offensive linemen. So we got to regroup as a team and make sure we do that.
Front, Tony.
Yeah, Sherrone, at the half, you guys had, I think, 18 rush attempts and 5 passes. You were leaning on them a bit in the rush game, but was the plan coming in to be that run heavy?
No, I mean, you always want to be balanced. I think just when it starts working, things start, the first run of the game is however many it was, and you lean on that a little bit more, So I don't think that wasn't the plan. You wanted to be balanced in what we did. But when you're successful in the run game like that, that's what you want to do. So, but again, we didn't do a good enough job of doing that in the second half.
And then by the second half, when you started passing a little more, did it feel like, it was kind of more obvious passing situations?
Yeah, when you get down at certain times, you have to do that, right? So that's just what it became.
I mean, what did Caden Curry say? Like, Caden Curry said, like, Patricia told us to, like, make Bryce play quarterback because he can't play quarterback. Kind of my stance. Like, he's not a quarterback. He's just an athlete with big traits.
The game became.
Bob.
Sherrone, I know you said you were disappointed, but were you surprised at the way they were able to control the trenches, kind of like you have done to them the last few years? It seemed like they did it to you guys.
Yeah, I thought we would have been, better at stopping the run there. And they did late in the game. They did a really good job of leaning on us. We didn't do a good enough job of stopping the run. So credit to them again. I'm not going to take anything away from them and how they played. They played well.
Dude, Michigan fans all week have been, like, telling me that, like like last week when I was trying to warn people, Michigan people, about this Bo Jackson run game, and like nobody wanted to believe me. Nobody wanted to believe me. Like saw it coming. I mean, even Zach kind of tried to warn him. Said that when that second unit comes out there, defensive line wise, they are food. 2-pack ass.
In the front left, Austin.
Sherrone, Bryce's first experience in this rivalry, just assess how he played and what you want him to take away
Horrible.
from this.
Yeah, I mean, I just want him to feel the feeling like he feels right now. That's really the biggest thing. That'll motivate him enough to be as good as he can be. So the feeling that he has, that stinging feeling he has, as well as all the players and coaches, embrace that feeling that you have of that loss, and it'll motivate you throughout the year.
Front left, Larry.
Question about a couple of officiating decisions.
I mean, credit. We're about 5 minutes in. Haven't gotten our first officiating question. Obviously, like the big question, I'm sure it's gonna be about Jeremiah Smith.
Smith touchdown where he appeared to be bobbling it, and Jay Sean appearing to make contact with an official early.
Yeah, I mean, the Jay Sean official grabbed him, and he reacted. Should have reacted, but the official grabbed him with 2 hands. But
Did he just lie? The official grabbed him with 2 hands. The official grabbed him with 2 hands. Okay. I mean, that's him trying to hold him back. But the way that Sherrone said it, it made it sound like he was shocked and then he turned around and headbutted him. What? The ref grabbed him with 2 hands. No, first of all, it's one hand on his the bottom of his shoulder pad. I guess it's a little bit lower. It's one hand directly in front like this. Other hand, he's stripped. It's one hand below his shoulder pad, and he's saying he grabbed him with 2 hands. He didn't grab him. Did not grab him. He did not grab him. What an insane way. I mean, there's got to be some level of accountability. Yeah, and then Fox Sports. Fox Sports, bro, get it together. Almost headbutted the ref. The ref clearly headbutted. Yeah, he clearly headbutted him. That's fried, bro. That's fried. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that he grabbed him with 2 hands. What a strange lad. What a strange lad.
Hands, but he reacted early. Yeah, I mean, the Jay Sean official grabbed him, and he reacted. Should have reacted, but the official grabbed him with 2 hands. But
the official did not grab him with 2 hands. We gotta be serious. We have to get serious in some form or fashion. The official did not grab him with 2 hands.
I mean, the Jay Sean official grabbed him, and he reacted. Should have reacted, but the official grabbed him with 2 hands. But that was
shouldn't have reacted, but the official grabbed him with 2 hands. Oh my God. He lost. How hard would it have been to be? Look, he lost his composure. We're thankful he didn't get ejected. He's got to be better than that, and he knows that. That's such an easy answer. Instead of, he lost his composure, but the ref grabbed him with 2 hands. No, he didn't. You also lied. It's also bad messaging, and he lied.
Penalty there, but then the Jeremiah Smith, fumble or catch. They thought it was fumble. They said that he had control of it. Didn't look like he had control of it, but At the end of the day, it's not my decision on what the official says. So they told me that it was inconclusive and that it would made the catch and the call was going to be upheld.
In the front right here, Ryan.
I was going to ask about that Jeremiah Smith catch too. I guess how big of an impact do you think that had on the game? Obviously, a touchback compared to a touchdown is a big swing point.
Okay, here's the other part of it. A touchback would have been egregious there because, look, if you think it's a touchback, awesome. You know what happened right before that? It was one of the worst holding calls I saw yesterday. Like there should have been a holding call there. So it shouldn't have been either touchback or touchdown. It should have been, okay, Ohio State gets the ball 15 yards closer on a PI call or a holding call or a touchdown. Those should be the either ors. It shouldn't have been touchdown or touchback. Just saying. You talk about refs missing one. God, fire your corner coach.
I mean, yeah, it's a good bit, right? A big piece. We start out the game with a pick, throwing at Jeremiah Smith, and we start out the game with a pick, and at that point, I think it's 6-3, and if that's a touchback, that gives us a little momentum. So it
should have been a hold, not a touchback.
It was a big piece, but we got to do the other things. We got to do the other things in the other spots to go win.
And did Jordan Marshall re-aggravate his shoulder injury, and what allowed him to come back in the game later in the third quarter?
Yeah, he re-aggravated, but just got back in there and tried to push a little bit more.
Middle there, Rachel.
When it comes to Jordan missing time, how much did that mess with your plans today? Obviously, you have to hope that the depth steps up, but when you're hoping he's about to come in, how does that affect you in game?
I mean, just Jordan Marshall's a really good player, and when you have him, it puts a positive impact on your offense. So it was a huge piece for us to have him when he went down, but we had a lot of trust in Kuz like we showed last week. So the plan doesn't change. There's things in pass protections that you might have to do a little bit different because he's a bigger back, and we got to continue to evaluate all those things.
We're going to go with two more before we bring in the players. We'll go with Chris and then Brandon.
How much of the next month is going to be about preparing for a bowl game, and how much is about the future, given that you guys probably won't be in a playoff? Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be about preparing for the game, just like we did last year, preparing for the bowl game as much as we can and getting as good as we can at football. It's a big time. Whatever it is, it's a chance to have 10 wins, right? And 10 wins in college football is huge. So we're going to attack it. Whoever we have to play, whatever scene, wherever we go, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it, but we're going to attack it and we're going to get better.
Coach, it's not the result that you wanted, but you ended the regular season with 9 wins with a young team. What was your message to the team after?
So you can remember this, like Michigan media is now like saying, okay, like this was almost like kind of angling, like with a young team, this is a successful season. And in the same breath, they said that last year Ohio State fans couldn't call their season successful because they lost to Michigan. So I'm just saying, just pointing that out.
The game, and I guess moving forward, speaking on the bowl game potentially.
Yeah, I mean, ending the season with 9 wins is obviously better than we were last year, but we already know our goals, right, what we want to do and how we want to approach everything. So 9 wins is great a lot of places, but we want to be better. But really to them it was to stay together because there's so easy you can get pulled apart. We're not going to point fingers. We're going to figure out what we need to fix, what we need to attack, and we're going to do it together.
I wish Doug Lamarice went over there to ask about comms because I'm interested in that. Just kidding. You're gonna have more of these. Gonna do a Michigan players one and then a Michigan media one as well, and then Ohio State on the same time, like at the same time. So subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification. I'll talk to you guys soon. Also, guys, we do have a Discord server now, so I'm gonna leave the link in the bio if you want to like come chop it up. I kind of like work in there. Sometimes I'll like brainstorm in there as I continue to like try to find myself creatively on this like separate project. But the link's below if you want to be in the Discord. We do have a Discord chat. So yeah, click the link. It's cool. Co-sign it.